RHOA Season 17, Episode 13 Review, Scotland, Shade and Suspicion took first class. If there was one thing this episode proved, it's that changing countries doesn't change messy behavior. The Peaches traded Atlanta for Scotland, but the drama packed itself into every suitcase. Kilts, chaos and reeds, delivered exactly what longtime fans expect from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Beautiful scenery, designer fashions, emotional confrontations, and enough accusations to fuel the rest of the season. Welcome to Scotland, where the arguments have passports. The international trip was inspired by Portia and Phaedra's connection to the traders. Producers leaned into that theme immediately, giving viewers sweeping shots of castles, countryside, luxury vehicles, and dramatic entrances. For a brief moment, everyone looked excited. Unfortunately, peace lasted about as long as airport Wi-Fi. The women hadn't even unpacked before old wounds started bleeding again. Shamea versus Angela refuses to die. The biggest storyline continues to revolve around Shamea and Angela. At this point, this feud isn't just a disagreement anymore, it's becoming a full-time occupation. Angela questioned Shamea's behavior once again while Shamea accused Angela of secretly investigating her life behind the scenes. Instead of solving problems face-to-face, everyone seemed to be relying on anonymous conversations, secondhand stories, text messages, and people who supposedly heard something. Classic housewives. Nobody ever has receipts until the cameras start rolling. The George bombshell. One of the most surprising moments involved claims that Angela had allegedly been asking George and his wife questions about Shamea. That immediately shifted the conversation. Now everyone wanted to know. Who said what? Who told who? Who was lying? Shamea decided to contact George's wife directly to verify the story. That simple move completely changed the energy. Instead of rumors floating around the room, now there was someone attempting to verify facts. It was one of the smarter moves we've seen this season. Portia plays it cool. One interesting thing about episode 13 was Portia. Despite everyone assuming she's secretly pulling strings behind the scenes, she stayed relatively calm compared to everyone else. That's almost become her strategy this season. When everyone expects fireworks, she gives silence. That silence, however, is driving Shamea absolutely crazy. Shamea seems convinced that Portia is still influencing the group without saying much publicly. Whether that's true remains open to interpretation, but the suspicion continues to grow. Phaedra understands the assignment. Phaedra continues doing what she does best. She delivers one-liners. She observes. She occasionally stirs the pot. Then she walks away smiling. She isn't carrying the biggest storyline, but she helps connect everyone together. That's valuable. Not every housewife has to scream every episode. Sometimes the funniest person in the room is the one making facial expressions while everyone else argues. Scotland looks incredible. Bravo deserves credit here. The scenery was stunning. The estate, the countryside, the bagpipes, the castles, the luxury accommodations. The production value felt much bigger than earlier episodes. Trips are usually where Housewives seasons either completely fall apart, or become unforgettable. Episode 13 feels like the beginning of that second category. Everyone has trust issues. One major theme throughout this episode was trust. Nobody believes anybody. Every compliment sounds fake. Every apology feels temporary. Every conversation turns into another investigation. That's exhausting, but also entertaining television. Because viewers start questioning everything too. Kelly continues. Standing her ground, Kelly refuses to disappear into the background. Even when everyone else stays quiet, she's willing to speak up. Whether viewers agree with her or not, she's making herself impossible to ignore. Every franchise needs someone willing to challenge the room. Without that person, everyone simply nods. Nobody actually moves forward. Here's the frustrating part. Every episode starts with people saying they want peace. Then someone mentions an old rumor. Then another accusation appears. Then someone cries. Then dinner is ruined. Then next week arrives. And everyone promises to move forward again. It's becoming a cycle. Fashion wins again. If there's one thing Atlanta rarely misses, it's fashion. Scotland became another runway. Designer coats, luxury handbags, statement boots, glam makeup, beautiful confessionals. Even during arguments, everyone looked expensive. The group is more divided than ever. Instead of becoming closer on vacation, the opposite happened. Smaller alliances became even stronger. Larger friendships became weaker. People started choosing sides without officially announcing it. Those invisible alliances usually determine how reunions eventually unfold. Social media is already picking sides. Fans online are divided. Some believe Angela keeps pushing unnecessary drama. Others think Shamia overreacts. Many praised Phaedra's ability to stay entertaining without dominating every scene. Several viewers also appreciated seeing Portia in a calmer role compared with previous seasons. The emotional ending. Toward the end of the episode, emotions finally replaced shouting. Instead of another explosive fight, viewers saw people trying, at least briefly, to understand each other's feelings. Those moments are important. Without them, the arguments lose meaning. Reality television works best when viewers remember these are real friendships being damaged. Final thoughts. Episode 13 wasn't about one explosive fight. It was about tension, suspicion, old friendships falling apart, new alliances forming, and the realization that an international vacation can't fix years of unresolved issues. Scotland may have beautiful castles, but this cast brought enough baggage to fill every room inside them. The biggest question heading into episode 14 is whether these women can finally settle their differences, or whether the Scotland trip is about to explode into one of the season's biggest confrontations. If the previews are any indication, the real fireworks haven't even started yet.